I'm Chloe McMichael with McCook Bison TV, and I'm interviewing,
Adrienne LeBay.
and I'm just going to ask you a couple questions on your play that was performed last Thursday on the 25th.
All right.
Okay, so was this your first audience participation play?
Yes.
It was? How did that go?
I thought it was pretty good. I mostly just, turned the house lights off and on as needed, but I enjoyed listening to them. I thought they did a good job.
So, was this your first time directing a play?
Mm-hmm.
It was?
Yeah.
How did that go? Was it easy?
It's not as easy as some might think. I had to run the Wednesday rehearsals because Mrs. Davidson was in that teacher in service thing. And occasionally I take over a few others because we are also putting on Rumbo at this time. So Miss Davidson had to put a lot of her time between those two.
Were there any problems that you ran into while directing?
The main one was probably getting everyone to memorize their lines. That could be a little bit difficult at times.
What did you like best about directing?
What I liked best is, when I put in my input there, like if I see them and they're being too nice and I'm like, that line's supposed to be way more aggressive. If I was an actor, I'd have to shut up about it because, bit informal, but actors cannot critique other actors during rehearsal. If you have ideas, share them later. But being a director, I could give my input without overstepping my bounds.
Did you watch the show?
Yeah, I was there.
What did you think about that?
Well, like I said earlier, I thought it was good. There were some rough spots, but the audience had a good time. I could, hear them laughing, and you know what? That makes me happy.
What did you like best about the show?
My favorite part? That has to be the moment where Eric rolled Arnell off and then rolled her back on accidentally. That was probably one of my favorite bits. I just had to shake my head.
So what were some things, if any, that you wish that you would have changed?
More time.
More time?
Yeah, we had somewhere between a month to 3 weeks to put this on. If I could change anything, I'd have given us a little over a month to work on this. Things might have gone a little bit smoother.
Did you like where the play was performed?
Yeah, St. Ertz. It was performed at St. Ertz, and I can't argue with that decision. Mostly because it was St. Ertz that kind of helped get the ball rolling on that in the first place. And, they were really supportive and patient.
Would you have liked to see it on an actual stage?
Not really. I mean, I'm sure it could work on an actual stage, but I really like audience participation plays in a more closed setting where the actors can walk amongst the audience. I feel like that's what really brings in to an audience participation.
How well did the actors do interacting with the crowd?
Well, I was a little bit busy when they were doing that, but from what I saw, it went really well, and people were very entertained by it. I heard all sorts of people just, laughing and talking.
That's good.
I really wish I could have listened in on those conversations, but like I said, I was busy.
Yeah. How well do you think did the crowd interact with the actors?
Well, they were a little bit hesitant at first, but after the first few stabs at it, they managed to get into the gear of things, and I think everyone had a lot of fun.
Good, that's good. So why are you directing a play? Is it for a school assignment, or is it something that you just wanted to do?
It's a little bit of both, honestly. I mean, it wasn't exactly a school assignment, but it was definitely inspired by one. I'm in Miss Jane's entrepreneurship class, and for it, I decided to put together a business for an audience participation murder mystery traveling troupe. And one of the first things I did when I settled on that was to go out and talk to people asking, how might that sort of thing work? And in this case, that would be specifically St. Nerds. And that's sort of how the ball got rolling on it. And since I'd gotten it all started, it only made sense that I directed.
So did you get to pick the play that was performed?
Yeah, actually, I found the script myself.
So how did you find this specific play?
It wasn't easy, but I went around online and I asked Miss Davidson for her advice. So every once in a while she'd come up to me and say, there's a play in there you might like. First few were definitely not what I was interested in, but then she finally hit on, you have the right to remain dead. Right away I was pretty enchanted with it because that title's pretty funny, So I read it and I liked it and then it started.
So did you get to pick the cast members, or?
I didn't pick them, more or less, but I had a say in who got to go where.
So do you feel the cast and the audience members enjoyed the play?
Uh-huh. I definitely, at the end of our show, when we were cleaning up, we were passing around scripts and getting them signed, and we didn't just, rehearse at school. Every once in a while, we'd meet up outside of school, and it was always fun. We wouldn't get much done, but it was always fun.
Would you do another audience participation play again?
Without a doubt. I would love to participate in something like this again. Probably next year, though.
So what would you do differently if you were to do another one?
Like I said, I'd give them more time, and, I'd also probably do a different play. It's no fun if you do the same thing, right?
So, do you wish you could have been in the play?
A little bit, yeah. A little bit, but, I thought about it. Miss Davidson even said I could try out, but I decided that would be a conflict of interest. If I'm directing and acting, I'm more obliged to think my way is the best way and just sort of bullying people around on stage. And I figured that wasn't good.
Yeah. All right, well, thank you.
All right, thank you.